Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This is for Fluffy. We have done Fluffy VODs before. Fluffy started in Plat and we're now in Masters 3. So already a massive climb from where we have been previously. Just really goes to show that if you do really want to take advice on board, it can really honestly get you so much better at your Mercy. So we're going to have a look at this Oasis gameplay, and basically they have put, you can see in my gameplay when I make mistakes, I'm pretty aware of them. We won with a pretty evenly matched game. There were 2 parts during the VOD that I'm aware of that would just be on autopilot moments from being tired. I'd already played quick play for 7 hours prior, jeez, and I was also exhausted. So that's all I'm going to give you. Okay, first of all, my biggest piece of advice for you, Fluffy, is if you're exhausted, don't play comp. Because I have found, like, if I've had like a really bad like sleep night, or if stuff like that's happened, I essentially just will, I will not be able to focus at all at the gameplay. Okay, so my first biggest obviously piece of advice for you is just try to try not to play when you're like really sleepy, or like you've played a lot of quick play and stuff like that. But I guess we'll kind of have a look at Fluffy's VOD. By the way, as well, you guys can get your own VOD reviews. They have 5,000 channel points. I do them on my Twitch on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. They are completely for free. I simply just, all you have to do is come over to the Twitch, earn the 5k channel points by just like either sitting in the streams and just watching them, or you come say hello to my lovely community. It is completely up to you, whatever you feel like is best for you. We have I think it's Dr. Ziggler, this one, isn't it? I haven't seen a Dr. Ziggler in a while, to be fair. I think it's because it's quite a bit of a rarer skin right now. Obviously only available in Overwatch 1. So anyway, so we'll go into this. We have a really good damage boost on comp. The only issue is that we do have a break, so it means that we do end up kind of having to heal a little bit more. First piece of advice to you is do not rotate here straight away, right? With Oasis, yes, your team will either want to your comp will either like play around here, they will play around here, or they'll go up to the choke. So they'll go up here and then either fight on point or rotate up here. Now, normally your team will like calm this out and be like, okay, I'm gonna go this way. Okay, so it's very rare that people come down here basically, unless it's unless it's like very coordinated. So my best piece of advice to you already is you want to try and play your distance from the soldier, because a lot of people might just decide to rotate up to this high ground and stuff like that. So I would already recommend you play just back here and wait for your soldier to start running up to their high ground, or just obviously if he starts coming back, then you can move about basically. Because I feel as though right now you've already made this rotation a little bit too quick. It was one of my first autopilot mistakes. I was there and instantly knew I made a mistake. Yes, which I'm glad you've realized that. Obviously, you might as well stay here now because obviously the team have pushed up and everything. But still, we could definitely still play a step back here. Nice, obviously, just playing back and, align with the Sombra just to be able just to hack and do stuff. That's completely fine. Nice positioning here. Nice. I would once again do that as a cancel GA. Like, you want to obviously, try and get away and out of the way. One thing we can do here, if you wanted to, is you can super jump up to here. It creates a really nice distance between yourself and the D.Va. And also, say your soldier gets picked off, you can very easily just walk along here and, like walk out. Just obviously just be careful of this high ground as you're doing so. But I like where your position right now. Just once again, just make this maybe like a cancelled one or something like that. A cancelled GA, sorry. Anyways, obviously nice with the soldier. Just whenever you see this D.Va, try just to kind of J yourself out. Like, for example, obviously how you're like in, so you end up coming in here, right? And then you see the D.Va diving in. When the D.Va dives in, J yourself out to here. Just so, once again, you're not going to be able to take any of that damage maybe from the D.Va diving you. So as you're doing so, just kind of like J yourself out here. So then you're just going to be out of the way, basically. Very nice. Ooh, I don't really like that GA though, which I feel as though comes from you end up kind of basically just kind of like losing your soldier a bit and going on a weird GA here, okay? Imagine if, so let's say you're playing where I would play, let's say I was, you play here and soldiers obviously started running through. Just do a nice little wall bounce and you're already still like back with the soldier basically, okay? Because we end up kind of getting a little bit messy with our movement right now and then just end up kind of panicking and GAing too, okay? But we keep going. Nice damage boost obviously onto soldier. Nice, I like that rotation obviously onto the point. Nice heals. I like where your position right now, I will say. Nice cancel J's here. Don't make sure that you're not like J'ing into them though. Like kind of like just keep yourself back. See, nice heals. We don't need to flick ourselves back there, right? Because we know that they're not coming in yet. Like it's just the D.Va that's dove in. So once again, you can very much just to stay here. If you stay here, it then means also that you can still get your beam onto the Zarya if needed. Because right now we're a little bit far away from the Zarya. Heal break here, nice. Nice heals into break. We need to go in and get Zarya though. You see how we're playing a bit too passive now? because we end up backing off loads and loads and loads, right? This is completely fine if we're running someone, say, like a BAP and a Mercy, or a, like, Honor and a Mercy, because, you know, someone else can really heal up the Zarya. With a Brig and a Mercy, right? Obviously, Brig has to play very, very passively as well, so can't get her, she can't really get her Inspire up too much, basically, because she's, because she's quite far back. So, your job, and also she only has, like, 3 packs as well, right? So it's actually your job to be able to try and keep up your Zarya here right now. So instead of, like, just walking, you know how you end up kind of, like, just walking back a tiny bit because, like, you're scared? Just, honestly, just stay pushed up. Stay pushed up with your Zarya. Your Zarya's got a huge amount of charge. And she'll, she'll, like, especially if this Diva's obviously just dove in, she's going to be quite weak. So if you just damage Mr. Zarya as well, it will mow her down, basically. So definitely stay a little bit more pushed up here. We're a little bit too passive. Nice heals. I would definitely heal Brig first. Just in case. Nice playing back here. We need to try and get him. Nice. Make sure this is topping up Brig. Nice. Nice Valk. I appreciate the Valk because obviously there's 2 people weak. Try and keep your beams on people though. Like, yes, you want to, you know, use this cover. I like how, you're trying to use your cover in this room and stuff like that. Really, really nice. My only thing is just make sure that you still got your beams on, because we kind of, like, the Valk is autopilot. I like the Valk though, like, because obviously you see, like, 2 people are really weak because of the dynamite, and you're going to really struggle to juggle beams, especially with the Diva that, you know, dove in. I like this Valk. I don't actually think this is a bad Valk at all. I just think the Valk was a little bit wasted. For example, at this point, you know how, like, you end up kind of, like, just wiggling yourself about, like, dum-dum-dum-dum, instead of, like, pushing the damage boost a little bit more. Or maybe, like, the heals. I feel it's a little bit better now. Nice for helping with the Genji. Nice GA, obviously, to get around. Nice push with the visor. Nice. This point, damage boost your Zarya. So you know how, like, so I like how, obviously, you know, you go through and you damage boost all, like, pretty much everything. Like, you damage boost the Genji, you damage boost the soldier. Really, really great, okay? However, this last bit, remember, right, if Diva's gonna be backing out and, like, a little bit scared like this, she's gonna throw up her DM. Soldier cannot shoot, obviously, through the DM, but Zarya can, because obviously Zarya is a beam target, and obviously DM doesn't DM, like, beams, like, for example, Sim and Zarya, okay? So as soon as you see that we're now trying to focus fire the Diva, put your beam onto the Zarya, because it will just, once again, it will help mow down the Diva a little bit more. I mean, nice obviously that we're pushing up here. Love how using so many cancelled GAs, by the way. This is so much better than using the slingshots that we were using. Nice obviously telling your team to fall back. Really, really great. Good game knowledge there. Nice. I love how you just walk away throughout this entire thing. There was no GAs used, there was no nothing, we just walk away. The reason why this is so good, by the way, in case people don't realize this, is because Bastional, okay? Bastions, especially when we get to the higher ranks, will look to see who has just used a movement ability and then catch them out with the ultimate, okay? If you make it so you save your GA and make sure you do not use your GA up until, like, if you either desperately have to, or obviously then you can use your GA to avoid the Bastional. Really, really nicely well played here, and I like your positioning of where you are. Just unfortunately, is obviously your Genjis are getting caught out by the bomb. There's nothing you can do, unfortunately. I'd rotate now. Nice. Okay. I like the rotation. I would have made it round the back of this pillar though instead, okay? Just to make it that tiny bit more safer. Because obviously, yes, you want to go and, like, help your what's it called? You want to go and help your soldier, right? But you also have to realize that obviously they've just got a pick off, okay? As soon as that team gets a pick off, they're like, oh my gosh, let's go in, right? Because obviously they're one up, so they want to try and get more picks, kind of thing. You J'ing yourself in front like this is going to make you really, really vulnerable, compared to if you manage just to put your beam on someone else and then GA around this way to try and get to your soldier, okay? It was a nice rotation back around. I'd rotate off the point. Very, very nice. Oh, I'd just stay there though. Just stay here. Like, you can just peek through this window. Just, you can jump on this kind of, like, bush and jump up here, right? You don't actually need to be going around like this, basically. We could just, what's it called? You could just, kind of, like, just play up here so you don't need to walk around and peek, basically. Nice. Nice rotation here. My only thing is, with this rotation, try and just stay here for a second, because you end up kind of making this rotation away from, obviously, the bob and everything, and then you're like, let's just jump about in the LOS of, like, the bob. Okay, look at the Brig shielded for us, basically. So what I would rather you did in this scenario is I like the GA around, do not get me wrong, but we can make it slightly better by maybe GAing up here, and then obviously, you know, we could block the LOS of the Bob, or even GAing straight to B with our soldier and commit with him, but really push up with him, so then we're not in the LOS of the Bob and everyone else, okay? So we'll keep going. Nice help, obviously, onto your Zarya. I feel as though that's completely fine. You obviously end up abandoning your... I feel like this is really good that obviously you end up abandoning your soldier here. I feel as though this is the correct decision, basically. However, I would have rather you GA'd yourself once again up to these pillars rather than you... Because there's like one point where you just kind of end up just walking over here, and then obviously you see the Bastion. Remember, obviously they still have the Bastion because he hasn't been picked off, so we know he's going to obviously have his turret form. He's going to be wanting to come in like really aggressively. So you essentially just don't really want to be around here. You could very much just enable Zarya for that entire time by just popping yourself up here, or even popping yourself up onto the high ground if you want to. The high ground on here is really, really good because you kind of like just put your beam on and you could just crouch for like a second or two and like just play up and around like this, okay? But I feel as though we could have definitely used our cover a tiny bit more here by playing like off the point, alright? Nice heals onto Brig. Nice onto Zarya. Nice pistol in as well, obviously together, which is really, really great. And you had to win it the first round. So, Fluffy, a really, really smooth first round, to be fair. Like, there wasn't too much contention from, like, the enemy team, to be fair. It was very, very nice and calm. I liked your positioning. I feel as though we definitely did the right things with, obviously, damage boosted. Obviously, Genji's, we damage boosted. We basically went through and we damage boosted everyone, which is what I really, really like. Like, your beam management is really, really great. Positioning is good, Fluffy. However, there's definitely places where we can improve it slightly more by maybe positioning ourselves behind, like, a different piece of cover and stuff like that. So I think that's one thing we should start working on now, is looking for better pieces of cover, basically, and those like slightly safer rotations. But with that, really, really great so far. This round really tested my movements, I feel. All right, okay, well, we're gonna have a look at them. First thing is speed out of spawn. I've said it to so many people, right? If you speed out of spawn as Lucio on these control maps, it can actually make it so your team can set up quicker. The team that sets up quicker are usually the ones that do really, really well. Love how you pushed up with your Genji at the beginning. Really, really nice. Do you need to drop here? No. You can just stand up on here, on this height here, okay? Because it gives you an escape option. Because, for example, let's say this Winston didn't go main. Let's say this Winston wanted to jump whoever's up here. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, look, there's a Mercy here who's being blocked off by this wall kind of thing. It would be better if you position yourself on top of the wall here. Then, obviously, you can drop down behind the wall if you need to. Let's say... because obviously this is Sombra. But let's say the Sombra's, because obviously we don't know what the comp is right now. Let's say the Sombra is still the Bastion from last game, okay? So the Bastion, oh look, there's a Mercy, right? Compared to if you just stayed up on this high ground, you see the Bastion. Oh, I could just drop for a second, you know, and that'll either like, you know, help people main and stuff like that. Gives you a really nice escape route. But let's say, you know, the Genji goes, you know, let's say the Genji like dies to like a random headshot from someone, then you could just have a really, once again, a really nice escape route. Right now, you being positioned where you are is limiting your escaping options. But we'll keep going though, because I'm really interested. Nice. Obviously, so you end up getting hacks. I love how you kind of like just stay there. I would definitely, so you kind of like end up panicking a tiny bit. It is completely fine that you stay here for a second, but as soon as you get that GA, I would like you to GA basically straight away out if you can, because you end up kind of like panicking and hovering about for a tiny bit, all right? But we could have definitely avoided that entire like hack and scenario if we played behind. Nice heals. Lovely prop jump. Obviously, just unfortunate that our Zarya ends up falling. Love how we stay where we are for that second, so we don't end up taking some damage. Nice res, just you remember you have time on this res, so make sure that we're flicking it around the corner slightly more, like to here, because once again, you still don't know who's going to be like main right now, so they could definitely just, you know, burst you down and stuff like that. I like the res, and I understand why you wanted to do the res, but make sure it's just, you know, if you spend that extra, maybe like millisecond or whatever, to get yourself a little bit better positioned before you go for it, okay? That's a nice damage boost onto Brig. Nice. Very, very nice. Nice. Love how you save your GA for when he dives you. Really, really nice. But the thing is, we ended up kind of messing it up at this point, right? So I love this GA. You waited for him to dive you, and then you GA'd away. Really, really nice. The only thing that we can make it slightly better here is if we chucked a beam onto somebody as we're doing this rotation. Really, really nice, okay? Now, this rotation is a bit of a panic one, right? We should know now at this point that this Winston will want to dive us in a second, okay? So I would rather you use your beam on someone to, like, you know, get yourself over to the wall and then be pushed up with these guys, because then it really, like, forces the Winston to pick. He obviously has to pick either to come and chase down you, in which case, you know, you have the movement to chase around, or he'll go for the Brig, in which case Brig has a shield that she can, what's it called? She can, like, stand strong with, basically, for, like, a tiny bit, and then you can go back and peel for the Brig, alright? But we keep going. Nice. Nice. Let's get a good distance. We can just play on point there. I like how you're going up to these high grounds, so you're not going to be wrong, but we can definitely just once again play up. This should have been a GA into the Zarya again. Just once again, we'd like, remember when the Zarya is like really high charge, we actually want to prioritize her more than our DPS, because Zaryas that are high charge are like godsend. They're like, you know, because they'll just mow down people, okay? So just try if you can, instead of like just jaying yourself around here, know that they're going to be backing off. So just jay yourself in just to make sure that you're helping your Zarya here a little bit more. Alright, we'll keep going. See, Brig's just being stupid. Nice res. That is a really, really good position to res that. Obviously, Genji ends up falling. I would definitely, as we're doing this res, just to notify your team, okay? The one thing you were missing from this beautiful res was a slight ping, okay? If you ping this res, or tell your Genji, obviously depends on like what you're most comfortable with, that you're going to go for this res, it will stop him from going in as aggressively that he has done. Obviously, this is obviously, you know, his fault as well for going in so aggressively. It's also your Zarya's fault for maybe not bubbling him and stuff like that. But definitely like, I love the res. Just make sure that we're pinging it, okay? Nice, obviously damage boost onto Zarya. We can start obviously looking to get out now. I want to go through you now, Fluffy, how we can really limit our GA usage, like, you know, these like GA slingshot uses basically. So, right, we were here, okay? How can we get out of the scenario, but with the shortest GA cooldown possible? Because you opt to do a slingshot here. You opt to do like a slingshot to this Zarya and then going out, okay? I would rather you just turned around and GA'd straight back to your Brig. Because if you GA straight to your Brig here, this is a 1.5 second cooldown compared to slingshot in and then out, which is 2.5 seconds, okay? Can you see how we're also like, we're managing our GA cooldown here by just doing a straight GA to our Brig, okay? So I would rather you now, Fluffy, get used to what I like to call the Overwatch 1 movement, where it's like, obviously in Overwatch 1, we couldn't do all these like fun slingshots. Was she in LOS? I mean, hold on, let's have a look. Because I feel as though she would have been. I'll go back and look. But I feel as though she'll definitely at least like just be behind and stuff. So let me. It's at this point, isn't it? Yeah, she just stood here. Because Brig's not going to leave this chokehold right now, okay? Because she's not going to progress forward because obviously you've lost a member, but she's also not going to start backing off early because at the same time she'll still want to try and pack her Zarya. She'll still want to, you know, try and help out the Zarya. This is the exact same for, obviously we've got a Reaper, but let's say this Reaper was like another DPS, like a longer range one, like an Ashe for example, okay? They're still going to stay really pushed up until they start, you know, up until the team is like getting really in their face and stuff. They're going to stay pushed up. So think to yourself, how can I make this the shortest GA cooldown as possible? And honestly, just turn around and GA to your Brig. It would save you the cooldown, which is really prominent and you'll need it, especially when you have these dive heroes like Winston, like the Sombra that can go and hack you and stuff like that. If we manage to keep our GA cooldown as short as possible, it gives us the minimum amount that we could like maybe get ourselves picked off, okay? So just want to kind of like really put that in mind for you. Just try and once again find that better movement. Do you see how like we end up kind of being stuck here because obviously the Winston's drove us and we end up getting hacked by the Sombra? Imagine this as a 1.5 GA and then we did a nice little bunny hop and then we GA'd ourselves already to these guys, okay? We could be one step ahead. We could be out all the way, like out of the way, you know? But instead, because we use that like really longer cooldown, it's the reason why we end up getting picked, well not picked off, but like we end up getting hacked and we end up getting focused by the Winston and everything. Nice. I rotate to point now. Very, very nice. Let's just focus, put your beam onto your Zarya here rather than your Brig. Or your Reaper. It's up to you. Nice. Remember Winston, we want to try and get away from the Winston. This has very much just been AGA just kind of hovering above him, okay? If you want to try and get away from this Winston, obviously you've just seen the Sombras up here, right? So try to actually make this a GA round to kind of like some natural cover and stuff like that. So you can, what's it called? So you can like block his little electricity things basically, okay? I don't think we need Valk here. Yeah. I would have held off onto the Valk until now. Right? Let me quickly rewind and I'll tell you why. Okay, so obviously we talked about this GA that should have been a little bit more directional-wise. Right. At the moment, we have Brig Rally up, okay? Is there anybody that's like really, really weak right now? No, the other person is obviously your Brig. So all you have to do here is, because obviously everyone's like really separated, all you have to do is just put your beam onto your Brig. And it will keep, obviously, the rally up, which will keep everyone else up, basically. So, all I would do, let's say, obviously, we made this J into this room, right? All we have to do is, obviously, just sit here, we heal Brig, we heal Brig. Oh, look, Brig's been able to keep up. Okay, let's start damage boosting someone. We'll damage boost whoever's, like, available. Let's say Zarya, right? When the rally ends, which I think is about now, you could definitely pop your Valk now if you wanted to. But I feel as though we've just wasted an entire section of our Valk just to heal one person, okay? We want to try and use our Valk to enable our entire team, or to obviously save ourselves and get some better positioning, okay? So, actually, I would save our Valk to, you know when like the Torb ultimate comes down? Like, now? I would push it now, because then obviously then you have Valk at 3 MP, and then you would be able to keep hold of it a lot better. Ooh. I like the res, I like the res, I like the res. That's not even a bad res. That is not a bad res, Fluffy. The only thing is, instead of doing up on the wall where like everyone was, do the res down here. And then I would just fling myself into the pit. Okay? Because if you like, what's it called? If you res the Reaper like behind this wall basically, because obviously you have the natural cover, just res like this, and then your Zarya was like still here, you could just obviously go into the pit with the Zarya. Let the Zarya obviously take the health pack because she'll need it more, but then it will allow you to once again have like a nicer escape than what you end up doing, because I feel as you end up kind of like just J'ing out and then getting a bit lost. I would rather you just J'd yourself into the pit and then give yourself a second, because obviously then people might be able to peek you, or like for example if you manage to keep the beam onto the Reaper, you could definitely GA out to him and stuff like that, or use the Zarya to get out. But I think we should definitely either drop to the pit here or gone to use like some better pieces of cover. Alright? So we back out, and then obviously Sombras are getting us at the end. So it's just unfortunate. It was just, I think, just really badly used ults there, personally. Because we used Rally obviously for a certain reason. You know, to try and keep everyone up. If you can, a really, really good thing is try not to pop both support ults at the same time, okay? Support ultimates, like supports themselves, are broken, okay? They are, especially when you get to like the higher ranks, obviously people will be more used to kind of like how you should be using it and stuff like that, right? So, like, if you pop, let's say, Nano and Kitsune at the same time, that's a waste of one support ult because you don't need both of them at the same time. It's the exact same with your Valk and anything else, basically, okay? So my best piece of advice to you, Fluffy, is if you see your other support pop their ultimates, really take a second or two and think to yourself, do I need my Valk here right now? And if you can get away with not popping your Valk, then you should be good. Alright? We'll keep going. I damage his Bastion a bit more here because he's got his armor up and everything. Make sure we're healing up Genji. Oh, okay, we should have definitely gone in with the Genji there. Whenever we see Genji dash in, be sure that we're damage boosting it and going in with him. Nice focusing obviously onto the Zarya while she's going in. Just obviously while we're doing this, just keep an eye onto your Zarya over here, because obviously your Kiwi's coming back from spawn basically. Nice cancel GA. I'm loving all these cancel GAs, Fluffy. This is really, really great. I love how like you've amended your movement, so now it's all just like nice little cancels. It's really, really great. Nice. Jump out here. You could just, honestly, you could just jump forward here. Like, right now, you actually walking back is cutting off your GA options, okay? As Mercy, you want to try and have as many GA options as you can, or like at least some kind of GA options, because you kind of like being out here is not only leaving your team without, you know, people to, what's it called, push in, But it also is, you know, because it's obviously distracting you and Kiriko, right? I would rather, as soon as you see this Winston dive in and he's used his jump, just GA to the Bastion and then flick yourself up onto this high ground up here, right? Because then obviously it creates that distance from the Winston, so he's not able to attack you. And you can also just damage boost people here, main basically. Alright? So I feel as though that was a little bit of a mistake though. Nice heals obviously onto Genji as he comes through. We do have Kiri now, so we don't need to do as much healing basically. Help a Genji here, help a Genji. We need Genji, yep. Just try to move our camera a little bit more in like these kind of scenarios, just so you have kind of like LOS onto everyone, because I feel as we do end up kind of like losing the Genji a tiny bit here. Just make sure that we're looking a tiny bit more. Nice damage boost again, obviously on Sebastian. Nice. Ooh, okay. This should have been a GA behind the wall, okay? I feel as though this comes from this. You know how you do this like random GA forward here? Is there any reason for you wanting to GA yourself forward here? No. I would actually rather, you know how I talked about at the beginning, where you position yourself up here? This has been so good, because obviously Moira can pop her ultimate and Winston could just be here. All you have to do is just pop behind the wall. And obviously keep a beam on. After a second or two, you can pop yourself back up if you need to, and then just keep rinse and repeat of like jumping up and down this wall. Maybe like, you know, if you need to, you can like go somewhere else basically, but definitely just rinse and repeat going up and down on this wall, because what ends up happening is you end up doing like this little mini GA for no reason, and like, oh my gosh, and then you try to fling yourself out, and it's as you fling yourself out, also you end up getting picked off. Okay, once again, use this nice little positioning on Oasis where you could just pop up here and then whoop, 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 whoop. But yeah, get steamrolled this round, but I think our comp wasn't fantastic. I mean, it's not great. I will say, like, I don't know, it's doable. Like, I'm not a massive person to look into like team comps and stuff and what's like good and bad, unless it's like a direct kind of counter. So I couldn't really tell you too much. I love how you what's called, how you wait. It's unfortunate. Oh, actually, let's quickly go back because I didn't realize this was the last bit of round because I was too busy chatting about something else. I don't know too much about team comps, so I couldn't really be able to tell you whether it's like, you know, a good team comp to counter those basically. But I feel as though we should definitely try to get into contest here. You see how we ended up kind of like waiting for a second here, right? Where is this Genji? Did the Genji down point? Oh, dude. So I saw the Genji's body up here as I was chatting, and I thought the Genji orb was here, right? If the Genji orb was here, I would have said 100% going in contest. But because the Genji orb's down here, you can't get on a contest, which is unfortunate, because I thought the Kiriko obviously wants to go in with like her Kitsune and stuff like that. It's just unfortunate, but I thought, what's it called? I thought the Genji orb was like on the top of the wall. It was hidden, no, exactly, Fluffy, which is completely fine. Honestly, I would have done the exact same there. Like, it's very much just a lost one at that point. So, same thing again, Fluffy, where it's like, we could definitely get some better positioning, okay? I feel as though that's the one thing now that you're missing out on. I feel as though you, whenever you go into a game, right, and you see the enemy team, think to yourself, how can this enemy team harm me, and how can I get into like the best scenario, or even like just as you're starting out a team fight and stuff like that, think to yourself, how is it going to be like the, you know, how am I going to make it the hardest for the enemy team to try and dive me and stuff like that basically. So try just, if you can, to set yourself up in these like really good positions to start out these games, and then after you've evaluated what the enemy team have got, then try to think to yourself, okay, where am I going to go? Alright, so we're back onto the Soldier, which is good. I'd go with Soldier here. Nice. Save our GA, which is completely fine. Nice, nice. Only thing is obviously hug this wall a little bit more because you don't know who's going to be main, basically. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like micro positioning, right? It's like you have the correct position. Like it's not like, you know how like some mods that I do, it's like, what's it called, like it's a complete wrong position. You have the right positioning, but you can definitely just, what's it called, just change it a tiny bit more. Damage boost the Brig Bash, by the way, here. Nice. Obviously, oh, okay, I'd stay up on here. Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space, okay? This is such a good high ground to be able to contest. And unless you're being contested by someone else, you do not need to drop here, okay? Because that would have meant that you could have just peeked around this side and then go and help this Soldier who ends up obviously being mowed down, okay? I feel as though we get a little bit tunnel vision, a little bit lost and panicky at this point, okay? Just try to calm yourself and think, okay, where's the safe space I can play? It's here. I need to help Soldier, all right? Nice. Obviously, we don't end up going through with that GA, which is nice. Nice res. once again, keep looking at the point as we're doing this, because we end up spending a second just to look for our soldier. Is soldier being active in the team fight, being like jumping up this jump pad? No. Okay, who's being active? Our Genji's being active, and our Junker Queen's being active, and we've also, what's it called, we've just lost our Brig. Okay, so we're the only person that's healing right now. Okay, so we need to be trying to back our Genji out if possible, and then helping people. Then obviously then we can go and help our soldier. Just a little bit of a priority issue there. Nice. Nice, already positioning, waiting for the diva dive. Can't do anything about that. Help you, Genji, here. Nice GA out. Nice. Oh, I don't like this GA though. I feel as though we, and then obviously the pistoling I also don't like right now, okay? What's it called? Our pistoling is not going to obviously affect this diva right now. So I don't mind the GA in when your team start going in, because you end up kind of going in front of your team right now. I would definitely wait for your team to want to go and challenge this diva before you go in with them, basically. But we'll keep going. Nice. So you end up going with a Genji now, which is completely fine. Ooh. We don't need to GA in there. Like, we can very much just keep with our Genji by just playing off to the side. Oh, keep with the Junker Queen here. Keep with the Junker Queen, okay? The Junker Queen is being really, really aggressive onto that torb. If you just GA in and then jump up to like this high ground, or even just like, you know, like lean forward to get into this Junker Queen for like a second, you can help damage this axe. This kills this torb right now. I would rather you stayed up and like helps finish off this this Junker Queen, because what's gonna happen is when Junker Queen dives a squishy, Diva's gonna obviously, you know, come and try and DM it. Soldier right now is completely knocked off by this DM, because that's what Diva's gonna do. Diva's gonna obviously try and DM. Axe, however, cannot be DM'd. So if you try to damage boost the Junker Queen as she does this axe, this will obviously get more bleed damage and also kill off the torb right now, okay? So we should definitely, instead of just staying back with and playing passive with our soldier here, we've got them picks. Be aggressive and come in and go and help and damage boost this torb, okay? All you have to do is just do a GA in. Like, just do a GA in, help obviously damage boost this. Then Diva might obviously, you know, come to contest us. Oh, but we have a soldier back here. We have Genji. We have Brig that we can very much easily, you know, get out to, okay? I want you to be more aggressive and damage boost this axe in. Here. Obviously, it doesn't fall in, which is good. Push up here as well. Like, we don't need to be on point here. We could definitely push up more with our Genji. It's a nice damage boost onto our soldier. It's really, really great. Nice, call out your ults. Same thing again. Okay, why are we jumping ourselves in here? We don't need to be in here. There's no reason for us to be in. We could just play back. Nice, obviously cover from the bomb. Okay, I like the res. I really like the res. However, what's going to happen now is, because you have done a slight slingshot at the end of this res, you're going to now not have your GA cooldown to get out to go and help your Brig in a second, okay? I like this res. I think it's really, really great that you've gone for it straight away. My only issue is, as you go for it, what I want you to do is, just before you get to the orb, cancel it and then do a nice little bunny hop, because that will get you the exact same positioning as what you've just done now with the slingshot, okay? However, it will give you an extra, obviously, a shorter cooldown. So, all you have to do here, I love it, go in, GA, cancel, bunny hop, res. Oh no, my Brig's been hacked, it's fine, I used a bunny hop, so then it means I can go straight back into, obviously, you know, go and help all these guys, basically. Alright? Because can you see how we're hanging about just for a second, and we're like, oh my gosh, what should I do? I don't mind the belt, because obviously, you know, you end up having to use it, kind of like save yourself a tiny bit more. Nice. Oh, don't pistol here though. Who are we trying to pick off here? We can't pick everyone off. Just stay back and play on your point. Play like with your team. Obviously, soldier doesn't get picked off. You don't have res for it. Oh no, pocket blade. If you damage boosted that, like, you know, the Genji swings right now, we can kill Life Weaver. You going up with your pistol, especially because you've just finished Valk as well, so you can see his health bars and stuff. This is not going to help him, okay? We need to be damage boosting the Genji blade right now. Nice. It's a call up Junker Queen there, which is completely fine. Don't get your pistol out straight away. Like, if the Sombra isn't like right next to you, look for an escape route. You can escape. You don't need to focus this. Diva has just used her boosters here. so we can, what's it called? We can use someone else to get ourselves out. We can use the Genji to G ourselves up to here because the D.Va has just used her boosters to dive us. Okay, I want you, Fluffy, throughout this entire team fight to just put the pistol away. There is absolutely no reason throughout any of this scenario where we couldn't have used our movements or we could have used something else basically to get away from people, because right now I feel as though we're kind of like resorting to just pistoling people or just doing stuff basically, rather than, you know, like backing off and, you know, to like to health packs or using people to move about and stuff like that. But we'll keep going. Obviously we did a demechano, which is good, but I would rather you backed off and then, you know, like played some distance or something instead, okay? Go to the health pack here. You can sling yourself all the way to the health pack here and get yourself back up to full HP. I'm sorry, I must have paused it in such a bad time because I was like, oh yeah, just go to the health pack. Then just get hits by a Koala. I'm sorry, that really made me giggle. Yeah, a literal hit and run. Yeah, so just remember that this health pack's always gonna be here, so we can fling ourselves out to come and get it instead of just flinging ourselves back to undercover. I like how like you're trying to go into the cover. I'm sorry, that just really made me giggle. I was like, that's really made me giggle. Just the fact that I just paused as well, like the complete right time for it to get on pause until it's just bam, you get hit by a car. But anyways, we'll keep going. Okay, nice. So obviously we damage boosting our soldiering, completely fine. Nice. So we're going up to soldier on the high. Love how you wait for him to go up and then J up because it's just so much better, so much easier for you. Nice. I would make that though a sling maybe up onto this high ground as such instead of like fling yourself out. I know the Kiriko's up here, but you're playing on completely different sides and she's going to be obviously focused healing on other people right now. So I would have made this more a sling up here. Just to stop you from beating the enemy spawn basically. I feel as though these are like just really random slings right now because we're very much like we don't really know what, you know, where the Moira is. Which is kind of fine. But we'll keep going. Nice brick shield. Oh, the brick shield actually works now, which I guess is good. Nice. That's how you just hold the damage boost as well. Or once again, we're being very tunnel vision onto the soldier though. We haven't realized that the Zara has been taken down, okay? I love obviously, you know, you're trying to help out this soldier. But remember as well, we've got, what's it called? We have Brig Mercy still. So we still need to be trying to get through and try to help our Zara a little bit more. Nice. Pop your Valk here. Remember it's overtime. So you can definitely, what's it called? You can definitely just pop this Valk if you need to. Someone just dies again. Am I okay? I will keep going basically. Oh man. Right, anyways. Keep going. Managed to save my Valk as well, which is really, really good. I feel as though in that scenario I would have definitely popped my Valk and then it would have maybe like just been a waste. But it's all good. Nice. Oh, okay. Can I ask what you're pinging up here? Oh, it's because you hit the jump pad. Okay, sorry, I didn't hit the jump pad first time round. So I was like, oh my gosh. Obviously, yeah, so you've heard the jump pad, so you know that there's going to be a Sombra up there. Really, really nice ping. However, how are we going to, what's it called? How are we going to position ourselves for that, okay? Because I didn't hear it, but it might as well the first time. I guess it was because I was, like, so focused on everything, so I didn't end up hearing it. But yeah, nice listen on the health, on the, what's it called, the pack. The only issue, yes, I love how you're pinging it and stuff like that. What are we doing about it, though? Love ping, love the ping. What are we doing? We're, like, what's it called? We're just kind of like sitting still in the LOS for someone to still drop down onto us, right? I would rather you started GAing yourself underneath or use, you know, GA yourself into here and stuff like that, basically. Just so you're like, what's it called? you're aware and you know you're ready. It's all good being aware about it all basically. But yeah, the fight's be so off guard, and it all comes down to you, Fluffy. Just stood here and being really like, yes, it's all good pinging it, but all you have to do is just ping it once and know it in your head, okay? If people don't listen to your pings, that's on them, okay? But like, as long as you've pinged it and you've moved yourself out of the way, that's all you need to do. So ping that once and then move. That's all you need to do. Because what ends up happening is you're like panicking, you're like, oh my gosh, right? Because obviously you see the Winston, you hear the Winston, right? Now, this is a bit of a panic valve because I feel as though you panic because the Winston's here, right? All you have to do in this scenario is just turn around and help your Zarya here. Help Zarya. And then what you could do, obviously, if EMP comes off, then obviously you just play around the cover for a sec. Then you can use those Zarya to get up to your what's it called? Your soldier as well if you need to here. Alright? Nice damage boost though. Just once again, try to make sure that we're still, like, being, you know, we're still helping people out on the point. Because I feel as though once again, we're being very tunnel visioned on, like, the one person that we're beaming. Make sure that we're still looking around to make sure everyone else is okay. Nice damage boost onto soldier here. I'd just stick it up on the high ground with your soldier right now. So I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch. And yeah, so overall, Fluffy, once again, a massive improvement from last time I saw you, honestly. It's really, really great to see, okay? I love how much you're using the cancel GAs some more. I really, really like it, okay? My only kind of issue with you, Fluffy, is there are certain times where we're still not utilising that shorter cooldown, okay? Like, for example, with the res that obviously, you know, we talked about, and obviously there was the slingshot as well out on the second point and stuff like that, okay? So that's the first thing I want you to work on now, Fluffy, is I want you to try and work on making sure that if we can, utilise that 1.5 seconds as much as we can some more, okay? Second thing, Fluffy, is I want you to work on some minor positioning, okay? What I mean by this is your positioning is great. You are positioned in the correct place where you need to be at a certain time. I like that. However, there are certain ways that we can, that we can position ourselves slightly better so then we can avoid people when they start coming in, okay? Like, for example, on the high ground on second point of Oasis, you know how we were talking about that as well? Just those certain little tiny positional things that we can definitely change, basically, so we can, we can move. But with that, Fluffy, obviously the panic valve as well, but we've talked about that as well. Other than that though, Fluffy, it was really, really good. I feel as though your decision making was good. I don't think there was any bad reses either. Like, you were like, oh my goodness, like this res. No, the reses were good. I really enjoyed your res decision making. It's just getting out of those reses. Just obviously, you know, we need to try and make sure that we have a good escape route to try and get out of them reses already. Not we're just doing the res and then kind of like panicking after the res, like, oh, this was a bad res, because it's not, okay? All your reses were good reses, so keep doing reses like that. I like them. But with that, Fluffy, obviously, please do let me know if you have any more questions. Once again, thank you so much to everyone on Twitch as well as on YouTube that are watching this. You guys can get your own VOD views, leave for 5,000 channel points. I do them over Twitch on Mondays, but also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays too. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!